Hello students, in the last class we learnt about this distance formula and its application, some of the applications of distance formula. Today let us derive the section formula and midpoint formula in the coordinate geometry. For that we have to consider 2 points in a coordinate plane, that is Cartesian plane. Let us consider 2 points A of x1 y1 and B of x2 y2 in a plane. Assume that P of xy is a point which divides the line AB in the ratio m1 is to m2 here. So that means PA by PB is equal to m1 by m2 we can represent, no? So ratio can be also represented in proportion, no? Proportions can be represented as ratio. Okay, PA by PB is equal to m1 by m2. So let us again draw AR, PS and BT perpendicular to x-axis here. To get again, let us draw parallel AQ and PC to again x-axis. Now we are getting two triangles here. Compare those two triangles. So by AA criteria, we can prove those two triangles as similar here, as we discussed in the similar triangles, no? So that is triangle PAQ is similar to triangle BPC by AA criteria. Therefore, their corresponding sides are in proportion again. That is PA by BP is equal to AQ by PC is equal to PQ by BC. Let me call that as a ratio 1. Now you see, according to this distance or geometry, AQ is equal to AR, RS is equal to OS minus OR, no? Here OS is X and OR is X1 according to this geometry, coordinate geometry. Your distance, no? We consider, now here X is greater than X1 here. That's why X minus X1, that is AQ or RS, because those two are again parallel and equal. Rectangle we can consider, that is AQRS, is it? Similarly, you see here PC is equal to ST is equal to OT minus OS. Here again OT is greater than OS. It is X2 minus X1 in the rectangle PSTC. Again, those two are equal sides. Now you can observe PQ is equal to PS minus QS, which is again equals to PS minus AR, which is given by Y minus Y1, because point Y is greater than Y1. That's why. That is PQ is Y minus Y1. Similarly, BC is equal to BT minus CT, or that is also equals to BT minus PS, because CT and PS are equal sides. Now here Y2 is greater than Y, therefore Y2 minus Y. Let us substitute these in equation 1 or the ratio 1. We get the ratios as m1 by m2 is equal to x minus x1 by x2 minus x is equal to y minus y1 by y2 minus y. So let us take the first ratio. Let us consider taking m1 by m2 is equal to x minus x1 by x2 minus x, and by cross multiplication and simplify for the x, solve for x. After solving for x, we get x is equal to m1 into x2 plus m2 into x1 by m1 plus m2 we get. If we solve for that x by cross multiplication by simple operations of mathematics, we get x is equal to m1 into x2 plus m2 into x1 by m1 plus m2. Similarly, if we take m1 by m2 is equal to y minus y1 by y2 minus y, and by solving we get y is equal to m1 into y2 plus m2 into y1 plus m1 plus m2. m1 into y2 plus m2 into y1 by m1 plus m2 we get by solving for y. So these two are the solutions of the points x and y. So we have to represent it in the coordinate form. No? Therefore, the point P of xy, the solution, that means the coordinates of the point P of xy, which divides the line segment joining the points A of x1 y1 and B of x2 y2, internally in the ratio m1 is to m2 is given by P of xy is equal to x ordinate is m1 into x2 plus m2 into x1 by m1 plus m2, and y ordinate is m1 y2 plus m2 y1 by m1 plus m2. So this is called as section formula. Okay, you have to remember, very important formula in coordinate geometry. So this is known as section formula. So if that P is the exactly midpoint of AB, what happens? You see, if P or if the point one of the point, if the point M of xy is the midpoint of the line segment joining the points x1 y1 and x2 y2, then the coordinates of the midpoint M is given by, just for the reference sake I am taking it as M midpoint. Coordinates of M is given by, if M is the midpoint, in such a case, if we substitute that M1 and M2 as 1:1 in the section formula, we get the midpoint formula here. That means M1 and M2 becomes 1 and 1. If you substitute M1 is equal to 1, M2 is equal to 1 in the section formula, we get this x1 plus x2 by 2, y1 plus y2 by 2. This is called as midpoint formula. Midpoint formula is given by x1 plus x2 by 2, y1 plus y2 by 2. That is, if the point M of xy is the midpoint of the line joining the points A of x1 y1 and B of x2 y2, then the coordinates of the midpoints are given by x1 plus x2 y2 and y1 plus y2 by 2. These two are very important formulae in the coordinate geometry. That is, you had to quote this one, you had to learn this one, you had to remember. Let us solve some more problems regarding this section formula and midpoint formula in the next class. So you have to remember these two formulae. Thank you, students.